Hello humans and good afternoon. Welcome to the Cartridge and Disc Podcast. This is your Gen X gamer here. And let's talk about King Kong. He got cornholed. Oh man, the Intellivision Amico is influencing the market. This game looks like it was programmed in the styles of Mr. One John Alvarado. I'm joking, of course, guys, but there's a bigger point to be made here. Listen, if this game was actually coming out on the Amico, it would be justified to look the way it looks. There is some, specifications that, don't allow that machine to produce greater graphics like you would in a machine of today. Xbox One, or even in PC, or the PS5, PS4, what have you. And I was listening to a video by Peter Dorr where he was trying to pretty much defend, the game because of the gameplay X, Y, and Z. And I was listening with an open mind to see what his argument was. And I was sort of not really buying it, but okay, everybody deserves a chance. Maybe the gameplay is amazing, what have you. But then he eventually got to the price. The price of this game is $40, $50 for the digital edition, digital deluxe edition. So if you want the complete game experience, you have to pay $50. At $50 for a movie licensed game with premium content, you expect more. It seems like a lazy effort. If you told me this game was, a sample of an indie game that's being made for the Xbox 360, I would have said yes, that's exactly what it looks like one of those old beat 'em ups for the Xbox 360. There is no definition here. You can see the lack of quality in the work. It's more than apparent. If it was 1999, okay. In 1999, everything that he said would have made sense. But at $50, no, absolutely not. And probably if this was, 10 years ago, people would have given it the benefit of the doubt. But not in today's market. When you look at these type of games, whether it's this game, whether it's, Gollum, and they're saying this game is the next Gollum, you expect something, the market expects something for $50, and really the barometer here, the way you measure any other game is really, if you think about it, it's a Nintendo Switch. There are far better games that you could pay $49.95 for, that have way better graphics than this. Even at $39.95. The Metro Prime Remastered is $39.95. There's other premium games that you can look for at $39.95 that have better looking graphics than this. The quality isn't there. Now, you've heard me say games should be, AAA games should be worth more than $70 because we've been paying $70 forever. Now, you have to take that with a grain of salt because I'm an investor in most of the companies that make games, right? So I'm a shill, so you shouldn't take anything that I say seriously. But just in general, I'm always for the higher price. For me to say something's too much, it's because I don't see the quality in it. I don't see the redeeming values in the game. I mean, you could look at a Wii U game looks better than this. I mean, it has to do, I think, not only with the graphics, the lack of detail, but the art style that they took. It's a beat 'em up game, but the graphics themselves, the way this game has been presented, looks dated. Looks dated. And it looks and it feels like a cash grab. It feels like, okay, we paid the license. Let's do the least amount of work possible, and let's see if we can get a return for this movie license. That used to be done all the time. I mean, this isn't new, guys. This is not new. If you remember the old NES days, the old Super Nintendo games, look at all the movie tie-in games that were just absolute dog crap. And that's because that's what they did. They just bought a movie license. They would put together something to put out there, and then you would just buy the game as a memento, as an ornament, right? As an accessory. The only reason you're buying the game is because it has the name of whatever you like on there. In this case, King Kong. You get to say, I have the official King Kong game of Skull Island, you know, whatever they want to name it. And I have the premium deluxe edition, whatever. Is it going to come out physical? I don't know. But that's really what you're buying. You're not buying an actual game. You're just buying the license. And I have, you know, I've said that many times that people overreact on the internet for clicks, to make drama out of nothing in order to get views. But in this case, I think the criticism is more than justified. More than justified. I do not agree at all with Peter Dorr at the $50 price point for the whole game. Because let's face it, you can't get the whole game experience unless you put in the extra money in order to get the digital deluxe edition. So even if you get the regular edition, you get it incomplete because there's a boss or something, you know, that they add on there. So you're not getting the full game. So it's $50 to get a game that looks like it could run on the Intellivision Amico. If this game was in the Amico, it would be fantastic. It would be fantastic. The top I could see paying for this game, even on the Amico, would be $29.95. That should be the fair market value of this game retail. Tops. As far as the quality that's been presented on the screen. Now, is it going to improve? Is it going to be different? I don't know. But what's been shown, I think that the criticism that's been laid against the game is more than fair. This game looks absolutely horrible. I'm telling you, if you would have told me this game was a sample game or an indie game that was being made for the Xbox 360, I would have believed you. That's what these graphics reminded me of. Some old 360 games that I love, by the way. I love. And for the older gamers, these graphics wouldn't be probably an issue because we're used to playing stuff like this and we can find the enjoyment on it. So it might be generational, but for today's public, right, for people that are buying games today, that buy games constantly and know what this price point can deliver in the open market, no way. Absolutely no way. This seems like a lackluster effort by a company that just bought a license and are just trying to cash out because they know people are going to buy it, because they're just buying the name. They're buying a piece of plastic or a game that has the name of their favorite character on there just to say they own it. All right, guys, that's the first one for today. I'll have another one later. Thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you hit that like button, the subscribe button. Thank you so much. I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.